welcome to this 1-hour Pilates class. Today we're going to start seated, so go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. It can be cross-legged or kneeling or even lays out in front of you. Find a nice long spine before we start. Stack your ears all the way over your hips, and then take one hand to your chest and one hand to your belly. And we're going to start with a deep belly breath, so not our Pilates breath. We inhale and feel the chest and the belly open. And exhale, feel them knit back together. Inhale, belly and chest expand. And exhale, close. 2 more, inhaling. And exhale. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through a relaxed mouth. Now we'll continue breathing, but only our chest will expand this time. Inhale. And exhale. So our low abs are staying nice and still as we breathe in through the chest. And exhale. We're trying for no movement in the belly. Inhaling. And exhaling. One more like this. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep that breath going with the belly staying nice and tight as you inhale the arms up above the head. And drop that right arm down and take a bend towards the side, keeping the neck nice and long. Inhale to expand 1 inch through your side body. And then exhale, open the chest to the sky. Inhale back to center, arms reaching up. And exhale, bending to the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open. Inhale to center. And exhale, hands to the knees. Just gently keeping a flat back as you roll the body in a little circle. Taking an inhale. And an exhale. Make sure those low abs are still turned on as you reverse directions. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more like this. And inhale to lift the arms up to the sky again. And then exhale, scoop the belly in and curve the back, bending over with a big C-curve shape in the spine. Just rest the fingertips lightly on the floor. Keep the tension in the arms. And then just concentrate only on pressing your belly button into your spine here. Good, and then come back up, inhaling. And then we'll repeat that sequence, but go ahead and if you have crisscross legs, switch the crisscross to the other side. Otherwise, your legs can stay where they were. Take a deep inhale. This time dropping the left hand down as you take a bend to the side. Inhale, lengthen both hips, stay glued to the floor. Exhale, twist to the ceiling. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, bending to the other side, keeping the low belly turned on and working. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands down. And 2 gentle rolls of the body. Keeping the spine flat. And switch directions, inhale. And exhale, inhale, and exhale. And then inhale, arms lift. And exhale, we curve forward, pressing the belly into the spine, trying to sustain a long neck here. Don't let the shoulders hunch up too much towards the ears. And then as you hold it, every exhale maybe the belly can press 1 teeny little bit farther in towards your back. Good. Go ahead and stack the spine, sitting up tall. And then go ahead and make your way to hands and knees. Wrists right under the shoulders and the knees right under the hips. Come into 1 cat-cow, so inhale to arch the back and lift the head and chest. And then exhale to curve the spine to the sky and looking towards the belly button and hold it there. It's that same sensation we had when we were sitting, bending over our feet. The curved spine and concentrating on keeping the belly pressing into the back. Go ahead and tuck the toes. Keep that shape in the body as you hover the knees. And then go ahead and straighten the legs up to pike or downward dog. And then take a few moments to maybe walk out the feet, bend the legs, do whatever feels good in your body. And then we'll all press our heels down towards the floor, trying to lengthen the tailbone to the sky, keeping the shoulders from hunching up to the ears too much. And then just find plank. It's okay if you need to adjust those hands or feet. And hold plank for a few breaths. Again, we're just trying to keep those low abs pressing into the spine as we hold plank. And then bend the knees back down to all fours, making sure the knees are right under the hips. And starting again with one cat-cow, arching the back, lifting the head and chest, but not letting the belly loosen. And exhale, curve the spine to the sky, and then we hold it there. Good, and tuck the toes, keep that curved spine and gently lift the knees so they're hovering a couple inches off the ground. You can pretend someone's resting their hand about mid-back and you're trying to press your spine into their hand. And then find downward dog. Again, maybe you need to adjust the feet so that they're a good distance away from the hands, and take a few moments to do whatever feels good in your body. Good, then we'll press both heels down towards the floor, and then we'll find plank, and we'll hold. Pretend that you have a tight sweatshirt that's wrapped around your waist, holding you in from the sides, from the front. Good, and lowering the knees down again to all fours. This time find a nice flat spine, pressing the belly in strongly, and just an easy tricep push-up here. So bending the elbows back, and you want your forehead reaching towards the floor in front of your fingers, and straightening the arms. Lifting the knees, keeping the flat back this time, and hovering the knees. Downward dog or pike. Go for straight, reaching the heels down to the floor. Finding some stillness, and then inhale to lift the heels, and exhale, articulate through the spine this time to roll the body into plank. And hold. Lower the knees, we have one more set. Finding the flat back, strong low abs, and one easy tricep push-up, bending the elbows in to graze the ribs, and you want the forehead lowering way out in front of the fingers. Keep the flat back, tuck the toes, hover the knees. Downward dog. Finding stillness while you're pressing the heels down to meet the floor. Maybe they make it, maybe they don't. Inhale, heels lift high. Exhale, roll through your spine like a wave to find plank. And we're still using that breath that we started with after we stopped the movement in our belly. Every inhale, the ribs open. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Good, just lift the hips to downward dog. And then we'll walk the feet up to meet the hands at the top of our mat. Take a few moments here to, again, do whatever feels good for you. And then we're going to go ahead and make our way all the way to our backs. We're going to come into hundreds, but we're going to do it in a few sets of 40 each. We're going to start with the easiest leg position and then progress to our next position. If you find that when you get to the next progression that you can't keep that low belly from doming up, or you can't keep your back from arching, then go ahead and go back to the easier leg position. Hundreds is about how well we can keep our low abs engaged while we're just adding a little bit of movement with our arms. So starting just with our feet flat on the floor, take an inhale breath. Exhale, lifting the head and chest and arms, and pump those arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lower the head and chest, and then lift the knees to tabletop. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, lifting the head and chest, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the head and chest. Straighten the legs to the sky. Inhale, breath. And exhale, lift. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the head and chest. And then maybe taking the legs down to about a 45-degree angle. Inhale. Exhale, lift. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Rest the knees into the chest. We just have one more set of that. Going to the most difficult leg position and just hovering the legs off the floor. And remember, if you want to go back to any other leg position that we already did, you can of course do that. So inhale, exhale, lift the head and chest, and then hover the legs. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Slowly release. Don't drop it down. Move with control and let the arms float up to the ears. Flexing the feet to the sky. Breathing in and engaging the low belly. And then exhale, float your hands to the ceiling and slowly peel yourself up. If you like, you can always do this with bent legs. You can straighten the legs as we bend it forward, breathing in. And exhale, slowly rolling it back. Trying to keep the low belly working the whole time. And exhale, arms floating back to the sky. And again, slowly rolling it up. Reaching over the feet, feeling that opposite position pull. Your spine reaching back, your fingertips reaching forward. And exhale, rolling it down. And always add another inhale and exhale as you make your way back. Inhaling, make sure that belly is pressing in, and exhale, rolling it up. And this time we'll roll down and we'll stay on our backs. Good, go ahead and plant the feet so knees are bent to the sky. And then before we start, let's find our neutral spine. So just go ahead and tilt the tailbone up towards the sky so you imprint the spine strongly, so much that your tailbone is kind of peeling off of the floor. And then exhale to really arch the back. And again, inhale to tilt the pelvis. And exhale to arch. So we want to find our spine somewhere in between there, where you just have maybe a little bit of space between your low back and the floor. It's up to the curvature of your natural spine, where your belly is pressing in long and our tailbone isn't tilting either way. So once you've found that position, press the belly into the spine to keep it strong, and then we'll take the arms to the sky. Plug those shoulders into the floor, and then I want you to imagine that you're holding a squishy ball in between your hands so there's tension in the arms. Then glue the legs together and only place the tippy toes of your big toes on the floor so the heels are lifted and coming into some knee sways. So inhale to drop the knees to the right, and exhale to bring them to center. Inhale to the left, and exhale to center. Inhale to the right, and exhale. Inhale to the left, and exhale. Inhale, twist, and exhale. Both shoulders are staying flat on the floor, and exhale. Keeping the hands here, go ahead and lift the legs to tabletop. Make sure you have a nice long neck. And again, slowly lowering the knees to the right, and exhale to center. Because we don't have our hands to support us, it might just be a small movement of those knees, a small twist. Inhale to the right, and exhale to center. Inhale to the left, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Don't forget about that ball that you're holding between your hands. And exhale. Good, straighten the legs to the sky. Let the arms open out to a T straight from the shoulders. So now we have our arms for a little bit of leverage and assistance. So we'll try to take our legs as far as they can to either side. So inhale, lowering the legs to the right. And exhale to lift. And then either way that you're going, keep both shoulders glued to the ground. And exhale, lift. Inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, slowly lift. Inhale, slowly lower. And exhale, lift. One more each side, inhaling. Try to start the exhale by pressing the low belly into the back. And inhale. Exhale. Good, take the arms up to meet parallel to the legs, and we'll lower to the ground in 8 slow counts. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale and flex the feet, lengthen the spine. And exhale, once again, floating up with our straight legs. Option to plant the feet and bend the knees if that feels better on the body. Good, and we'll come into our spine stretch. So we're just gonna stack the shoulders right over the hips, long, flat back. And then exhale, spine stretch forward. It's like someone's pulling you around the ribs and you're trying to reach away from them as they pull you back. And inhale, flat back. And exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, reach it forward. Inhale. And exhale. This time we're going to hold it here. And now we're going to add a hinge of our waist. So maybe the fingertips graze the floor, adding a little bit of stretch behind the legs. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, roll it down all the way to your back. Good, and we're going to come into our abdominal 5 series. So we'll start with single leg stretch. So right knee into your chest, left leg is hovering along the floor. Take an inhale and exhale, lift the head and chest, trying to keep the shoulders up as high off the ground as possible. And we do exhale, inhale, switch. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale, moving. Nice and slow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Rest the knees into the chest. Take a nice deep breath. Coming into double leg stretch, so knees stay right where they are, and we again lift the head and shoulders up off the ground as much as you can. Inhale, arms and legs lengthen, and exhale, bend it back in. Inhale to open, and exhale to close. As you extend those arms and legs, try not to let the belly dome up to the ceiling. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Resting the head and chest down. 1 deep breath. Coming into scissors, so one leg to the sky, other leg hovering above the floor. Wrapping the arms behind the leg, lifting the head and shoulders. And a deep exhale, gently pull it in. Inhale to switch. Exhale and inhale. Exhale. Inhale, press that belly button into the spine and keep it there while those legs move. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, 2, and 1. Good, legs to the sky, nice and straight. You can always bend them into your chest if you need that little break. Hands behind the head, or if you need a little more help with leg lifts and lowers, you can tuck them under your hips. Otherwise, maintaining a nice long spine here. Slowly lowering the legs as we inhale. 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, and lower. 2, 3, 4, exhale, lift. 2, 3, 4, go ahead and lift the head and chest. You can always not do that. Go ahead and lower. 2, 3, 4, and lift. 2, 3, 4. Last one down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3. Rest the head and shoulders down. Keep the legs straight if you can. And moving on to our last exercise of the series, which is crisscross. So bending the right knee into the chest and left leg lengthening out long. Take an inhale to lift the head and shoulders, and exhale, twist towards that bent knee. Inhale through center to switch the legs, and exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, 4, 3, up to the sky, into the chest if you need that little break. And we'll all lengthen our legs to the sky, and once again adding our arms and opening slowly to the floor for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Don't collapse at the end. Inhale, nice long spine and flex the feet. And exhale, rolling it up. Spine stretch forward. Good, stacking the spine up. And then roll over and make your way to your stomach. Starting with the hands under the shoulders. Lengthen out the spine nice and long. Make sure you're squeezing your butt. Your knees are so straight, they're lifting off the floor, and the belly button is trying to lift off the ground into your back. Neck is nice and long. And slowly exhale to lift the upper body off the ground. There's no weight on the hands, and slowly lower down on an inhale. And exhale to lift. And inhale to lower. And exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Good, this time we'll lift up and we'll look to the right. We'll circle our head down to our chin, looking to the left, coming to center, and rolling your way back down. And peeling up once again, this time starting by looking to the left. Rolling down and around, coming to center and lowering. Good, this time lift up and also hover the hands, look to the right, and that half head roll around, coming to center and lowering. Make sure that belly is still trying to lift off of the floor, and lifting, floating the hands, looking to the left, rolling it around and lowering it down. Good, this time we'll lift up to straighten our arms. If you need to take your arms out so they're bent a little wider for more ease on the back, go ahead. And take a nice inhale to press the belly strong. And exhale to slowly peel up, using the weight of your hands when you need to straighten the arms. And rolling it down. Inhaling. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, roll it down. Inhale to lower. And exhale to lift. Inhale to straighten the arms. And exhale to lower. And all the way down. Good, hands under your shoulders, tuck the toes. Maybe press through a plank to lower the knees into child's pose, giving the spine a nice little stretch here. Good, go ahead and unroll the spine. Take those legs back out in front of you into a seated position. And we're going to come into saw. So legs are hip width or they can be even wider. Make sure those legs are really strong. Inhale to twist to one side. And exhale, bend it forward, twisting more, looking towards the back hand. Inhale to twist. And exhale to reach. Inhale, twist. And exhale, twist a little more. Reach the outside of the foot with the opposite arm. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more each side, breathing in. As you exhale, tighten the belly. Inhale. And exhale. Good, reach those arms forward, deep breath in. Exhale, tilt the pelvis, C-curve shape in the body, and slowly roll it down. Good, we'll stay on our backs, planting the feet, knees bending to the sky. And we're gonna come into an articulating bridge. So rest those arms down, palms facing the floor. Make sure that the feet are a comfortable distance away from the hips. And then we tilt the pelvis, kind of like we started, finding our neutral spine. Tilt the tailbone to the sky and then slowly peel it up all the way to lift till we're on our shoulders. And then reverse that motion. One vertebrae at a time, rolling down to the floor until your tailbone is flat and glued. And exhale, tilt the pelvis, lift the tailbone, roll it up. And inhale, roll it down. Glue the tailbone. And exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Pretend you have a tight belt cinched around your waist, keeping everything nice and strong in your center. Good. This time we'll lift up and we'll hold it up there. Make sure that your neck is nice and long when you've risen to the top, and then squeeze the knees together and open. Squeeze and open. 3, 4, exhale, 6, 7, and 8. Good, squeeze the knees together one more time, and then pulse the hips higher for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the knees and roll it down. Still imagine that tight belt wrapped around the waist. Good, now we're gonna glue the feet and knees together. Find your low abs turned on, those deep low abs working. And this time not articulating through the spine, just lifting the hips in one motion. Go ahead and lift and lower. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, squeeze the glutes and down, but squeezing and lowering. And 4, and down. 3, and down. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, lift for one more time and hold it up. Tighten the waist, and then once again opening the knees and squeezing them together. Open and squeeze. Pretend there's a balloon between your knees and you're trying to pop it as you squeeze them together. Open and squeeze. 4, and 3, 2, and 1. And lift the hips for 8, 7, squeeze that balloon between your knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. Good, taking the legs back about hip width. Actually, let's keep them glued together. I think that will help us with our next thing. So lifting the hips back up, just go ahead and lift them up. Knees are glued together, and then we're going to take the right leg and extend it to the sky. And we're slowly lowering the leg down. Maybe the heel touches the floor, and then exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Try to keep your standing leg really strong. Try to keep it from rocking back and forth. Exhale to lift. And once more, inhale to lower. And exhale to lift. Good, replace that leg right next to your other one. And lift lifting your second leg to the sky. Feel the waist nice and strong as you inhale to slowly lower and exhale to slowly lift. No twisting of the hips as you lower that leg and exhale to lift. Inhale to lower and exhale to lift. Bending the legs down, making your way down. And then we'll take a supine butterfly to give our inner thighs a nice little stretch. So just open the knees, bottoms of the feet are together. Your heels can be in close to your hips or they can be really wide. Or you can even gather your knees into your chest and then open the knees from there. Take about 3 more breaths here. Still trying to maintain our breath through our rib cage. Good, and then take the knees into the chest. Hug them in. Give your back a little stretch here too. Good, take a nice full body stretch. Let the back arch. The ribs flare, and then tuck everything in. Find your strong abs, long spine, inhaling, and exhale to roll it up. Into spine, stretch forward, we'll hold it there. Breathing in, and breathing out at a hinge at the waist so maybe the fingertips can graze the floor. And then go ahead and roll up to a flat back, reaching the arm out, we'll come into our spine twist. So inhale through center, twisting to one side, we exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. No leaning forward or backwards. Try to keep the ears stacked right over the hips. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Last 2 and last 1. Good, we're going to make our way to all fours again. So go ahead and glue the legs together for me. And then lower the hands down to your forearms. Keeping the arms parallel, or you can clasp them together if that feels better on your body. And then make sure the back isn't arched or curved. We're trying to keep a nice flat back, strong abs. Again, that sensation you have a tight belt cinched around your waist, it's keeping everything tight. So starting with our right leg, we're gonna open the knee to the side and lower it down. Trying to keep that 90-degree angle bend as we lift and lower. And as we lift the knee, we don't let the belly become soft and loose. Lift and lower. This whole time we're working with our legs, we're keeping our low abs engaged, that deep core working. Lift and lower. And 7, and down, and 8, and lower. Good, now plant your right hand about in line with your left elbow, and then press your elbow into your body like you're in the middle of a tricep push-up with that hand. Re-engage the abs, the pelvis, the spine nice and strong, and we continue with the right leg. We lift, and then we lengthen, and we bend, and we bring it back down. Try to make that a fluid movement. Lengthen, bend, and lower. Lift, lengthen, bend, and lower. And keep that right elbow pressing in towards your rib cage. Bend and lower. 4 more. Out, extend, and bring it down. And out, extend, bend, and lower. 2 and 1. both arms straight up onto our hands, wrists right under shoulders, continuing with that right leg like we started, just lifting 90-degree angle to the side and lowering it down. Deep exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, inhale. 4, 3. Press the belly button into the spine. And 1. Good. Rest the hips back and rock the hips to either side. You might find that your stabilizing leg, the hip on that side is, you're feeling it more than the other side because it's been working so hard to stabilize that leg. So stretch out both sides. Yeah, I definitely feel it more in my left side right now, that left glute. Good, and then coming back up to all fours, make sure those legs are glued together, lowering down onto our forearms. I'll just switch over. Making sure we're not arching the back or curving, trying to keep it as flat as we can, and now we're on to our left leg. So we lift and lower, lift and lower. As you lift that leg, keep the belly strong. And lift and lower. Also try to keep that knee right in line with the hip as you lift the leg, and try to keep the head in line with the rest of the spine. Don't let it drop down, or don't look up, down. 2 more. Lift and lower. Exhale and inhale. Good, so now planting the left hand in line with the elbow of the right arm, squeezing that elbow in towards the rib cage and moving on, bending, straightening, bending, and lowering. Lift, straighten, bend, and lower. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. 4, 3, belly's tight, 2, and 1. Good, coming up to the hands, wrists right under shoulders, re-engage those abs, and lifting the leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, breathing out, breathing in, and 1. Good, again, sit those hips back and stretch them out, pressing the hips towards one side and then the other. Good, then we'll make our way into a side plank so that our right leg is on top. We'll be, a kneeling side plank. Opening the body up, wrist right under shoulder and hand on your waist. Lifting that leg up and coming into a front kick here. So we flex and sweep it forward, and we point the foot to swing it back. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, squeeze the belly in. Inhale, just one more. Exhale. and inhale. Good, lower the leg down, reach the top hand up in line with your bottom arm, and then just peeling ourselves up to our fingertips, no weight there, and lowering the hand back down. And lifting, and lowering. And exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Good. Go ahead and lower down and turn around to have your left leg on top. Finding that assisted side plank on your knee. Top hand to your waist. Lift that top leg. Bringing it forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, belly in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Lowering the leg down. Reaching the top arm. And peeling it up. And lowering it down. Peel it up. Try to have no weight on those fingers. And lower it down. Press the belly into the spine. Lifting on an exhale. And lowering. And lift. And lower. Good. So just go ahead and sit down, keeping those legs on the side of you. So legs to either side, and then grab that ankle, lift the opposite arm up, and take a bend towards your feet. So trying to keep the chest open here, don't let your body collapse forward. And try to keep space around the head. Don't let the shoulders hunch up to the ears. Good, and then come on out of that. We're going to take the hands behind us on our fingertips, switching legs by sweeping them in front of us, and then wrapping them to the other side. Grabbing that top ankle, lifting our opposite arm, and bending towards our feet. Just feeling a nice stretch through our waist. After this, we'll take a stretch through those hips. Good, come on up, taking the hands behind you, wide on your fingertips. Extend the legs out to the front, and then wrap them around. Good, taking our bottom leg, and we're going to turn this into a pigeon stretch. If this does not feel good on your body, you can roll onto your back and do a thread the needle pose like this one where you pull it in. Otherwise, to make the most of the stretch, we want to make sure that both of our hips are facing the floor. Your foot can be tucked very close to that hip, or to increase the stretch, you slowly walk that foot away from you. For the most stretch, your ankle would be in line with your knee. So wherever you are, both hips are facing towards the floor. Your weight is rocking towards that top foot. So find your level of this stretch. And if it feels good to go ahead and bend forward, go ahead and do that. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Good, take your last deep breath. And then bend your legs back to the side they started on, and we'll transition the way we did before. Legs behind us, straightening the legs in front, bending them to our second side. Good, release that bottom leg out. Again, find your degree of stretch. For the most ease, the foot is close into the hips to make it a little harder, it walks forward. And we'll take 5 deep breaths from here. Take one more deep breath, and then come on up, bending those legs, reaching our hands behind us, and this time we're going to keep our legs out to the front. Straightening the legs long, try to keep the chest lifted. So we're bending the knees in and then straighten them out as they hover along the floor and bend. And then lift them up as high as they can go. Bending the knees, pressing them out, bending, and straightening. And bend, and extend, bend, and straighten, keep the chest lifting. I need a reminder to not let myself hunch, and bend, and straightening. Good. And then rocking the feet to one side, and then to the center, and to the other side, and center, and one side, and center, and our second side, and center. Good, go ahead and bend the legs in, open up to an easy butterfly. Find a long spine as you wrap your hands around the ankles. Then hinge it forward at the waist, keeping a flat back. Good, come on up. And then one more exercise there with our arms reaching behind us. We're going to come into full hip circles. So legs, they can stay bent if you need them to, or go ahead and extend the legs. We slowly lower to one side and then we circle them in front of us. Through to the other side and lift. Let's go that direction again. Lowering through the center to the side and lift. And reverse your circle, side and around, side and up. Press the belly and keep the chest lifted, down and side and up. Good, lower the feet, bring the hands underneath your shoulders. Wrist can be whatever way feels comfortable, coming into some tricep dip. So lift into a reverse tabletop and then bend the arms and straighten, and bend, and straighten, and bend, and straighten. Lift the hips, heel toe the feet together, and try to keep the hips lifted as much as we can while we extend one leg out, and then we lower it, and we lift, lower, and lift. Try to keep those hips up, lower, and lift. Replace that foot and extend the other side. Lowering and lifting. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good, foot down. Lower the hips. You can sit however you want. We'll just give the wrists a little roll before we move on. So you can repeat what we just did, keeping your reverse tabletop, or come with me and a reverse plank. Again, however you feel that you want your hands to face, whatever feels good on your body, and then turn out the feet first, so backs of the heels reaching together, knees opening away from you, and then lift the hips up and lower them down, and lift the hips, and lower, and lift, and lower, and then we're going to lift and hold the hips up, trying to keep them lifted as we slowly lift one leg, and lower, and lift, and lower. Second side, lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. Good. Sit down. Once again, roll out the wrists. And we'll take a nice big circle with our arms one direction, and a circle the opposite direction. Good, I'll be even plank. We'll finish up with our tricep push-ups and our 3 sets of our Pilates push-ups. So find plank. You can always do this on your knees, or you can just hold plank. Otherwise, come along with me for 3 tricep push-ups. We inhale to lower, and we exhale to lift. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Good. Downward dog or pike. Walk the hands in to meet the feet. Deep breath in. And exhale, scoop the belly in to start your roll up to standing. Inhale to lift the arms to the sky. Then exhale, rolling down. Fingertips are leading the way, curving the spine. And walking the hands back out to plank. Finding your version of 3 tricep push-ups. Inhale and exhale. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Hips lift to pike. This time walk it in, use your other hand to start. Breathing in at the bottom. And exhale, scoop the belly to start your roll up. Inhale to lift the arms. Exhale, roll it down for our last Pilates push-up. And walk it out. And lower. And lift. Lower. And lift. Inhale. And exhale. Lift those hips. And walk the hands in. Trying to make it in 3 steps to your feet. A deep breath in. And then exhale to press the belly into the spine and roll up to standing. Inhale to lift the arms. And exhale to open. Great, we made it. You're all done. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.